When did you realize your sibling would rather see you dead than happy? It wasn't just one moment. It was 1,000 small ones. But the first time I truly knew my sister hated my happiness more than she loved me was the day she tried to ruin my wedding. Growing up, Callie was the golden child. The pretty one, the smart one, the one my parents bragged about at every dinner party. I was the quiet one in her shadow, the background noise to her spotlight. But I never resented her for it, until I started winning on my own. I met James during my final year of college. He was kind, grounded, and nothing like the rich, toxic guys Callie dated. For the first time, I felt like I was living a life that was mine. She pretended to be supportive, smiling through clenched teeth, offering help I never asked for, showing up to my bridal shower with a dress so white it glowed. The real sign came 2 days before the wedding. I got an anonymous message with photos, intimate ones of James with another woman. My heart stopped, but the timestamps were off. The clothes were different. My instincts screamed, "This is staged." I checked the woman's social media. She was a model. And in a recent post, she tagged a Callie Elise for makeup and styling credits. I confronted my sister calmly, in private. She didn't even flinch, just laughed and said, "You were always second best." I just made sure it stayed that way. I canceled our dance, removed her from the bridal party. She tried to play victim, crying to our parents, spinning lies. But I showed the evidence, the texts, the model's message admitting she'd been paid to pose. Our parents were stunned, silent. Callie didn't show up to the wedding. She left town a week later. No goodbye, no apology. She blocked me on everything and unfollowed James too. I heard from a mutual friend that she tried to tell people I stole her future, that I didn't deserve happiness if it wasn't on her terms. The truth is, Callie couldn't stand the idea that I had something she couldn't control. Not money, not looks, but peace. The kind of peace that doesn't need constant validation or attention. And it ate her alive. A year later, I had my first child. She wasn't there. I didn't send an invite. When my daughter asks about my side of the family, I won't lie. I'll just say, some people are meant to teach you how not to love. Since then, I flourished. My business took off. My marriage is strong. I found a family and friends who cheer me on without resentment. And in doing so, I learned something painful but freeing. You don't owe anyone access to your joy, especially not those who tried to destroy it. Callie may still be out there, chasing attention, rewriting history, but I've stopped trying to fix what she broke. I buried the version of her I loved and I grieved it like a real death. And now, I'm finally alive. Sometimes I wonder if she regrets it, if she thinks about what could have been. Sisters, not rivals. But I stopped waiting for remorse from someone who fed off my misery. I forgave her for myself, not for her. Because peace doesn't require revenge, just distance. She taught me that family isn't defined by blood. It's defined by how safe you feel when you're around them. And with her, I always felt like I was one good thing away from being torn down. I refused to raise my daughter in the echo of that kind of bitterness. She didn't lose me because I got married. She lost me because she tried to bury me alive and smiled at the funeral.